Your Excellency, please you can remain seated. You can take your seat. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of Tanzania, before we proceed with the program, I would like to invite religious leaders to lead us with a prayer. And I'll start with Sheikh Hamis Kasim Mwadago, representing the National Muslim Council of Tanzania, Arusha.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam anasema akuwa hakimu yoyote anayetaka kuhukumu ila Mwenyezi Mungu umtumia malaika wawili wanemtia nguvu katika hukumu yake akiwa amekusudia haki. Na atakapokusudia sio kwa haki, Mwenyezi Mungu huondoa malaika umbakisha na mashaitani au hukumu anavyotaka. Kwa inshallah tutamuomba Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala katika jambo hili ili Mwenyezi Mungu atufanyie wepesi katika watu wetu ambao wanatoa maamuzi. Mwenyezi Mungu, muumba mbingu na ardhi na vyote vilivyomo, tunakuomba ubariki ufunguzi huu wa leo, ubariki mkutano huu wa majaji wakuu wa mashariki na kusini mwa Afrika. Tunakuomba uwape afya njema, uwape uadilifu, uwape uaminifu, uwape ukweli na uwape hurma katika kutumikia majukumu yao kwa watu. Mwenyezi Mungu, tunakuomba umbariki Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Tunakuomba vile vile inshallah umpe afya njema, umtie nguvu, umpe upendo, umpe subra, umpe hikma, umpe hurma na umpe uadilifu katika kuitumikia jamii ya Watanzania. Mwenyezi Mungu, tunakuomba uendeleze amani na utulivu na salama iliyopo katika nchi yetu na uwajalie Watanzania wawe na uzalendo katika kuipenda nchi yao. Mwenyezi Mungu, tunakuomba ulibariki jiji letu la Arusha likiongozwa na mkuu wetu wa mkoa, liwe na amani na utulivu ili wageni wetu wote wanapokuja hapa wawe salama na wakiondoka warudi kwa salama na amani, wazikute familia zao ziko salama. Mwenyezi Mungu, ibariki jiji la Arusha. Mwenyezi Mungu, ibariki Tanzania. Mwenyezi Mungu, ibariki Afrika Mashariki. Mwenyezi Mungu, ibariki Afrika. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
The next, Dr. Godson Abel Molel, Bishop-elect, Evangelical Lutheran Church of Tanzania, North Central Diocese.
Kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana na la Roho Mtakatifu. Amen. Mungu Mwenyezi, neno lako katika Mithali 4 mstari wa 34 lasema wazi: haki huinua taifa, bali dhambi ni aibu kwa watu wote. Twakuomba ulibariki kusanyiko hili la wasimamizi na wakuu wa vyombo vya kutoa maamuzi na haki wa nchi za mashariki na kusini mwa Afrika, ili mioyo na nafsi zao ipate kutimiza yaliyomo ya wajibu wao katika ukamilifu, ili haki idhihirike katika nyanja zote. Mjalie Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan na wote wenye mamlaka na wasaidizi wake moyo wa hekima na utendaji bora wenye msingi katika haki na utawala ulio bora, ili nchi yetu iwe na amani na maendeleo makamilifu na kuwa mfano bora katika mataifa yote ya Afrika na ulimwengu mzima. Twaomba haya kupitia Yesu Kristo Mwokozi wetu. Amen.
May I invite Reverend Father Dr. Juvenali Wengaa, representing the Tanzania Episcopal Conference.
Kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana na la Roho Mtakatifu. Amina. Nasoma katika kitabu cha kwanza cha Wafalme sura ya 3 aya ya 5 hadi ya 9. Bwana alimtokea Solomon huko Gibeoni wakati wa usiku katika ndoto, naye Mungu akasema, omba lolote utakalo nikupe. Solomon akajibu, umemfanya mtumishi wako mfalme, lakini mimi ni mtoto mdogo tu. Hivyo umpe mtumishi wako moyo wa ufahamu na hekima, ili aweze kutawala watu wako na kupambanua kati ya mema na mabaya. Tuombe. Mungu Baba mwenyezi wa milele, unayetuongoza kwa kutupatia mifumo mbalimbali na uongozi, tunakushukuru. Tunakushukuru kwa zawadi ya rais wetu wa Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, pamoja na uongozi wote. Tunasema asante kwa kada mbalimbali za uongozi katika nchi zetu hizi za mashariki na kusini mwa Afrika. Tunakushukuru kwa majaji wakuu hawa wanaoanza mkutano wao leo hii hapa Arusha, Tanzania. Zamani uliwapatia wana wa Israeli majaji waamuzi ili waongoze na kuwafikisha watu pale ulipotaka wewe. Hata sasa ya Mungu bado unatupatia majaji na mifumo ya kimahakama ili watu wako waweze kupata haki zao na kuishi kwa amani na upendo. Mungu, tunawaombea majaji hawa moyo wa hekima kama aliokuwa nao Solomon, ili waweze kushirikishana masuala yote muhimu ya usuyo mifumo ya utoaji haki, na watumie teknolojia ya kisasa katika kutoa haki, na wachambue vema changamoto zinazokabili mifumo hiyo, na mwishowe waje na maazimio sahihi ya tunu hii msingi, ili watu wako waishi maisha ya ustawi na haki katika nchi zao hizi za Afrika Mashariki na Kusini. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, Mungu ibariki Afrika. Tunaomba hayo yote kwa njia ya Kristo Bwana wetu. Amina. Kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana na la Roho Mtakatifu. Amina.
Your Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Lord Chief Justice Peter Shivute, Chief Justice of the Republic of Namibia and Chairperson of the Southern and Eastern Africa Chief Justices Forum, Your Lordship Professor Ibrahim Hamisi Juma, Chief Justice of Tanzania, Your Lordship Justice Raymond Zondo, Chief Justice of South Africa, Honorable Ambassador Dr. Pindi Hazara Chana, the Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs, Honorable John Mongera, the Regional Commissioner of Arusha, Honorable Agustini Mwarija, the Justice of Appeal and Dean of the Justices of Appeal, Honorable Chief Justice present, Your Excellency, I don't intend actually to read the entire protocol procedure. I'll recognize them later, but in this, I wish to say that in this conference we invited quite a number of local and international delegates, but as well as the other invitees who will be either moderators, presenters, or discussants. And before I invite the Regional Commission of Arusha to speak, with your permission, Your Excellency, let me recognize some of them who are here. And I wish to I admit that I will not actually be able to recognize all of them because of time, and I'll request if it will please you, actually most of them either to stand up so that at least you can see them, but also our delegates also can see them. I'll start with I understand that you've met the Chief Justices, but I'll start with His Lordship Justice Peter Chivute, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Namibia and Chairperson of the Forum. And next will be the host Chief Justice, Professor Ibrahim Hamisi Juma, the Chief Justice of Tanzania. And then will be His Lordship Justice Raymond Zondo, Chief Justice of South Africa. I'm sure most of you who may have known Justice Zondo from the famous inspirational speech he shared while he was doing the interview as the Deputy Chief Justice of South Africa. Those who have not, I can gladly share the YouTube speech of that. I think it's very inspirational for some of us, my Lord. And next, I would like to recognize the Honorable Ambassador Dr. Pindi Chana, the Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs. And then I would like to recognize the Honorable Agustino Marija, the Dean of the Court of Appeal of Tanzania. And also we would like to recognize our host, Honorable John Mongela, the Regional Commissioner of Arusha. Your Excellency, I would like to recognize the presence of Chief Justices from the various member states of the Southern and Eastern Africa Chief Justice Forum, who are sitting on the front row. My lords and ladies, if you can stand up, I would gladly appreciate. Thank you very much. Some of those who are sitting on the back actually did not have the opportunity to see. Thank you so much, my lords. Next, the Honorable President of the Constitutional Court of Angola, Justices of Supreme Courts, Courts of Appeal, the Principal Judge and Judges of the High Courts. Can you, all of you, stand up, please? Thank you very much. Next will be spouses of sitting and retired Chief Justices who are present with us. Spouses of, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the spouses, actually, they have a separate program. Thank you, can take your seats. The spouses have a separate program after this opening. They'll be visiting actually quite a number of tourist attractions. And the day after tomorrow, we'll be going together to Ngorongoro with them. Next, the delegation of accompanying Chief Justices. Those who are present, the two justices who have accompanied the Chief Justices. Next, we have the ministers and deputy ministers who are present with us. Yes, I've seen Lidwani Kikwete. And next, the chairpersons of parliamentary committees and members of parliament who are present with us. Thank you. And next, we have commissioners of Judicial Service Commission, but also we have commissioners of other government institutions. I've seen the commissioner of the National Electoral Commission, Justice Mwambegere. Yeah, you are. Yes, and the commissioner also from the Justice Ndika. And next, Your Excellency is Professor Elisante Ole Gabriel. He's the Chief Court Administrator of Tanzania, but also happens to be the chairperson of the Southern and Eastern Africa Judicial Administrators Association. I would also kindly request all judicial administrators who are present from the partner states also to stand up. The other judicial, yes, thank you very much for joining us. Your Excellency, next will be, we have quite a number of regional commissioners who are also present. Can you stand up, please, the regional commissioners? Thank you very much. And next, we have, we also have excellent members of the diplomatic corps who are present. Can you, I've seen some. Can you stand up, please, those members of the diplomatic corps? We also have a president from the East Africa Court of Justice. And the representative from the African Court of Human and People's Rights, do you have any? Yes, thank you very much. We also have officials from the World Bank. We also have moderators, presenter, and discussants. The Chief Justice, I know you are moderating, so you should not stand up. But those who are the other moderators who are not Chief Justice, presenters, and discussants who are present, can you stand up, please? Yes, thank you very much. And finally, I know there are the district commissioners who are present and the deputy executive directors, if they are here, the district executive directors, thank you very much for joining us. And finally, Your Excellency, we have members of the Judiciary of Tanzania, including the Secretariat. I know there are a handful. Members of the Judiciary of Tanzania, staff of the Judiciary of Tanzania, including the organizing committee. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, may I now invite the Regional Commissioner, Honorable John Mongela, the Regional Commissioner for Arusha, to say a word or two as a host Regional Commissioner.
Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Lordship Justice Professor Ibrahim Hamis Juma, Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Lordship Justice Peter Shivute, Chief Justice of the Republic of Namibia and the Chairperson of the Southern and East African Chief Justices Forum, Honorable Chief Justices present, Honorable Deputy Chief Justices here present, Honorable Justices of the Supreme Courts, Courts of Appeal, and the High Courts present, Honorable Dr. Pindi Hazara Chana, Minister of Constitutional Affairs and Justice, United Republic of Tanzania, and I recognize the presence of other ministers and deputy ministers. Honorable Regional Commissioners, Deputy Secretaries, Chairpersons of parliamentary committees and members of the Parliament, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellency Mr. Wankele Mene, Secretary General, Africa Continental Free Trade Area, Professor Elisante Oli Gabriel, Chief Court Administrator of the Judiciary of Tanzania, Judiciary Administrators from partner states, representatives of the World Bank, representatives of the various collaborating partners, esteemed participants, members of the press. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to take this opportunity to invite you all to this beautiful city of Arusha, and I'm sure everyone is enjoying the weather. Your Excellency, it is an honor for us in Arusha to be hosting this important forum of Southern and Eastern Africa Chief Justices. I'm aware that during the forum there will be a discussion on the role of national judiciaries in dispute resolution and other African continental free trade area and application of the modern technologies for higher efficiency in justice dispensation. Your Excellency, Arusha has been hosting a number of important events, both local and international. Therefore, I would like to ensure delegates of this forum that you'll be safe throughout your stay in Arusha, and the regional team is ready to provide any kind of assistance whenever needed. I've been informed that the delegates will be visiting Ngorongoro Conservation Area on the 25th and which is next to the Olduvai Gorge, which is scientifically to date is the site for it's a cradle of humankind, and it's believed all of us are originated from this site. Irrespective of the countries we are coming from, we all originate from Arusha. We sincerely congratulate the organizing committee and delegates for this schedule for also promoting our tourist attractions, which our dear President, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, has done a great job. Your Excellency, dear delegates, with these few remarks, I wish you all the best in this forum, na karibuni sana Arusha.
Thank you very much, the Regional Commissioner for Arusha, for those kind words. May I now invite the Chief Justice, Professor Ibrahim Hamsi Juma, to deliver his welcome remarks. My Lord, you can take your part.
Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Lordship, Justice Peter Sam Shivute, Chief Justice of Republic of Namibia, and the Chairperson of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum, Honorable Chief Justices present, Honorable Deputy Chief Justices present, Honorable Justices of Supreme Courts, Courts of Appeal, and the High Court here present, Honorable Dr. Pindi Hasarachana, the Minister of Constitutional Affairs and Justice, United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Ministers, Deputy Ministers, Permanent Secretaries, Deputy Permanent Secretaries, Chairpersons of the Parliamentary Committees and other Members of Parliament present here, Your Excellencies, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Professor Elisante Oleg Gabriel, Chief Court Administrator of the Judiciary, also the Chairperson of the Southern and Eastern African Judicial Administrators Association, judicial administrators who are present here, representatives of the World Bank, Honorable John Mongela, the Regional Commissioner of the Arusha region, and other regional commissioners who are present, representatives of the various collaborating partners who are present here, esteemed participants, members of the public, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, all of you. It is an honor and privilege for me to welcome you on behalf of the Judiciary of Tanzania to this year's Southern and Eastern Africa Chief Justices Forum and Annual General Meeting at this postcard Mount Meru Hotel with a clear view of Mount Meru behind us. As Honorable John Mongela, the Regional Commissioner of Arusha, said, Arusha is a gateway to safari destinations. It is a city with a world-famous clock tower. It is believed to be located precisely between Cairo and Cape Town. It is a city at the center point of three countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. I want to thank him for making us comfortable so far, and everything is very good. Specifically, I want to thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania. You have supported us all along towards this conference, and you have also honored us by your presence despite your very, very packed schedule. Our thanks are limitless. I wish to extend my deep appreciation to the record number of the Chief Justices who have carved time out of your very busy schedule to be able to be with us in Arusha. I also want to welcome my lords, the retired Chief Justices, Dr. Willy Mutunga, who will be joining us virtually, Ms. Honorable Ernest Sakala, former Chief Justice of Zambia, and Honorable Maria Fumo Bartolomeu, the former Chief Justice of Mozambique. You represent the continuity of our forum, and we have a lot to learn from your experience. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, no one within our national judiciary in Southern and Eastern Africa can escape from the impacts of what is happening around the society. That's why we always take time annually to meet and deliberate and discuss some of the issues which touch the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. We also take time to discuss some of the emerging issues which may be relevant to the administration of justice. One of the most important emerging issue, through our experiences in our meetings, we met in 2016 in Namibia, where we discussed the emerging issue of transnational crimes and organized crimes. The following year, in 2017, Chief Justices also met in Namibia as well, where we discussed the prevention of corruption in the judiciaries. In 2018, we met in Lilongwe, Malawi, where we discussed how to strengthen our judiciary to make us independent, accountable, while remaining without fear or favor. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, we are all aware that epidemics and pandemics do not spare the judiciary. The global pandemics of COVID-19 affected the dispensation of justice. We also have had time to discuss how pandemics have affected the administration of justice and how technology have always come to our assistance. At our forum meeting in Seychelles in 2019, we resolved to convene here in Arusha in October 2020. We could not because of COVID-19. We are very glad the following year we managed to convene at Victoria Falls, where we discussed a very, very important emerging issue regarding technology in the administration of justice. Last year in Mozambique, we discussed the issue of terrorism. Our judiciaries cannot escape from the reality of terrorism in the modern world. Now this year around, we have the emerging issue of African Free Trade Area. This to the judiciary seems to be still a very far off area, but it is a reality to the executive and it is a reality to the legislature. So we decided this time to come up with a theme where at least we will discuss what is the position, what is our places in the African Free Trade Area. Are the judiciaries going to remain at the sidelines, or are we going to take any part in the African Free Trade Area? Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, our forum give us a very relaxed environment where we discuss very, very difficult issues. One of these difficult issues this year will be African free trade. And I hope the moderators, the panelists, and the discussants who will help us guide through this difficult topic will ensure that we enjoy the discussion environment. Before I conclude, I would like to thank my Lord Chief Justice Peter Shivute, the chairman of our forum, for your leadership and also the leadership of our executive committee. I also want to thank the secretariat who have made us come and join you here, and members of organizing committee from Tanzania. You have all played a very big role. I must also thank the regional commissioner of Arusha. He has always intervened at the very right time to ensure that this meeting and this conference succeed. I want to conclude again by thanking Your Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for your unwavering support of this conference and for honoring us with your presence, and also taking with us a postcard picture which will remain part of our remembrance of Tanzania. I wish all participants a fruitful conference and annual general meeting, and please enjoy a very hospitable Arusha and enjoy the legendary hospitality of Tanzanians. God bless our forum, God bless Africa, and God bless Tanzania. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, my Lord, Professor Ibrahim Hamisi Juma, the Chief Justice of Tanzania, for those welcoming remarks. Your Excellency, the next in our program will be an interlude of cultural entertainment from Makumira Cultural Troupe. But before I do that, I'm afraid I forgot to recognize some very key members actually of this gathering. I'm not very sure, but of course I think the permanent secretaries, including our own permanent secretary, Mary Makondo. Can you stand up, please? Thank you very much. And also the Secretariat for the Southern Eastern Africa Chief Justice Forum, members of Secretariat, if you are present. Yeah, having said so, yes, thank you very much, Secretariat. So next we are proceeding with the cultural troupe. I would like to invite the cultural troupe for entertainment before we proceed further.
Ndio, today is the day of the big conference and the annual general meeting of Chief Judge from Southern and East Africa. Leo ndio ile siku ambayo tulikuwa tunaisubiri kutoka katika mkutano wa majaji wakuu mashariki na kusini mwa Afrika. Zumuni la mkutano huu ni kwa ajili ya kuweza kubadilishana uzoefu katika utawala wa sheria, haki za msingi za binadamu, demokrasia na utawala bora. Hii yote ni kwa ajili ya kuweza kuleta usawa, umoja, amani na usalama wa raia na mali zao zote. Na kauli mbiu yetu ni
Thank you very much, Makumira Cultural Troupe, for that entertainment. May I now, Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, may I now invite the chairperson of the chairman of the council, Justice Peter Shivute, who is going to deliver his remarks, and then he'll later actually present with the president after that.
Thank you, Director of Ceremonies. Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Professor Ibrahim Hamis Juma, Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Ministers, high dignitaries, and senior officials in the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Chief Justices and members of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum, His Excellency Mr. Gianni Buchicchio, President Emeritus and Special Representative of the Venice Commission, Honorable Retired Chief Justices, my ladies, my lords, judges of the Supreme Courts, Courts of Appeal and High Courts, esteemed members of the Southern and Eastern African Judicial Administrators Association, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed representatives of the Kenyan section of the International Commission of Jurists, esteemed participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored to have been asked to make these remarks in this picturesque city of Arusha. First and foremost, I wish to express my deep appreciation to Her Excellency the President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, and the government of the United Republic of Tanzania for not only endorsing this event, but also for sparing her valuable time to deliver the keynote address. Equally, I wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude to His Lordship, Professor Ibrahim Hamis Juma, Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania, and the Judiciary of Tanzania, for graciously hosting this year's Southern and East African Chief Justices Forum, in short, SAGEF, Annual Conference and AGM. To the Honorable Chief Justices and your distinguished delegates, as well as our esteemed guest discussants, I extend my sincere appreciation for your willingness to partake in what will certainly be engaging and enlightening discussions on topics pertinent to us all. To the Kenyan section of the International Commission of Jurists, thank you for your valued partnership with SAGEF in making this year's annual conference and AGM a reality. Your cooperation and support have been instrumental in ensuring the success of this event. Finally, I would like to commend the local organizing committee and the SAGEF Secretariat for the many months of meticulous planning and tireless efforts orchestrating this seamless event. Thank you to each and every one of you for making this possible. Your Excellency the President, the Southern and East African Chief Justices Forum was established on the 7th of December 2003 in Johannesburg, South Africa. Its creation was driven by a vision to foster collaboration among judiciaries in the Southern and East African regions, with key objectives being the promotion of the rule of law, democracy, and the independence of the courts. Since its inception, the Forum has held conferences nearly every year, with exceptions for those years disrupted by the pandemic. These conferences provide a valuable platform for member jurisdictions and other stakeholders to deliberate on significant topics, share unique and common challenges, and collectively work towards solutions that strengthen the region's legal systems. This year's conference holds a special significance as it commemorates the forum's 20th anniversary since its establishment. It is truly befitting that we have convened in the awe-inspiring shadow of Mount Meru, one of the highest mountain peaks in Africa. Much like the majestic Mount Meru, which stands proudly in all its grandeur, this year's conference is equally momentous. I invite each of us to take a moment to reflect upon the achievements and milestones that the forum has accomplished over the past 2 decades. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the pioneers of the forum who guided it through its formative phase and contributed to bringing it to its present standing. I'm particularly pleased that the President Emeritus and Special Representative of the Venice Commission, Mr. Gianni Becquicchio, has found time from his busy schedule to be with us and share his experience about the founding of the forum. Thank you, Gianni, for being such a visionary leader. The Honorable Ernest Sakala, Chief Justice of Zambia, the Honorable Dr. Mario Mangaze, retired Chief Justice of Mozambique, and the Honorable Justice Willie Mutunga, retired Chief Justice of Kenya, who is joining us virtually, are also here present and will also be actively contributing to the discussions, proving their commitment to seeing through the work they nurtured. I'm truly grateful to your lordships for making time to be with us here in Arusha. And I can only hope that the leadership that has succeeded you, us, will emulate the example that you have set. Currently, CIGF boasts 16 member jurisdictions, and today 15 of those members are represented at this conference. This is a well-attended conference, and I'm really looking forward to the discussions that will ensue in the next 2 or so days. And naturally, we are looking forward to visit the Ngorongoro crater. I think that must be the highlight for every member of the forum here. Not, of course, to say that the discussions that will take place in the conference halls are not important. They are equally important. Well, the forum will continue to prosper and expand in both influence and in numbers, also I hope. As a Swahili proverb wisely states, kuja pamoja ni mwanzo, kukuwa pamoja ni maendeleo, kufanya kazi pamoja ni mafanikio. To the uninitiated, it means coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. I hope I've translated it correctly. This proverb underscores the significance of our unity and cooperation in the pursuit of our common goals, and it aptly reflects the mission and spirit of CIGF as it continues to evolve and grow. And grow it has. In June 2017, CIGF birthed CIJA, the Southern and East African Judicial Administrators Association, an association of judicial administrators in the regions covered by CIGF. CIJA was established with the aim of creating a common platform for the promotion of the rule of law, constitutionalism, and good governance through ensuring independent judicial administrations. I'm pleased that CIJA had its 4th meeting on the sidelines of this year's conference, and it has been reported, I've been briefed that it has been a success. Congratulations, members of the CIJA. Your Excellency, Madam President, since its establishment, the African Continental Free Trade Area has grown to become one of the world's largest trading blocs, fostering intra-African trade and fostering economic integration across our continent. With this remarkable growth and wide-ranging scope, it's only natural that disputes between party states have arisen and will continue to do so at an ever-increasing rate as the AFCFTA expands. These disputes often revolve around the interpretation of trade protocols, and their effective resolution is essential to the continued success of this agreement. Our judiciaries serve as important players in this context. They provide the essential legal frameworks for resolving trade-related disputes, ensuring that the principles of justice, fairness, and due process are upheld. However, in our rapidly changing world, almost every facet of our lives is driven by technology, and the legal sphere is no exception. Hence, the theme of the year's conference, the role of national judiciaries in dispute resolution under the African Continental Free Trade Area, and the application of modern technology, is apt. As we gather here, therefore, for the next 2 days, we must reflect on the ever-increasing need to integrate technology in our dispute resolution mechanisms. We recognize that technology, like any other tool, may have its pitfalls, but it also offers numerous advantages that we must harness. Ultimately, though, dispensing justice is an intricately human enterprise. Therefore, any technological infrastructure that we use must remain profoundly citizen-centric. Technology, like the law, is a source of power and hence also a source of empowerment. However, we must ensure that it is deployed appropriately. With this caveat out of the way, I will wholeheartedly encourage each of us to actively engage in the crucial discussions here, and as it is through our collective efforts and innovative thinking that we can chart the course for a brighter future of trade, justice, and prosperity in Africa. Nashukuru sana. My Lord, the Chief Justice of the United Republic of Tanzania, the high dignitaries at the high table, it is now my distinct honor and a privilege, and really with humility, to invite Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, to come and deliver her keynote address.
Thank you, my Lord Justice Chivute. Before you move, can I request you to move next to the podium on the right-hand side, where you present the Chief to Her Excellency the President. Photographers also can move on that side. Thank you very much.
May we have our seats, please? Thank you. Your Lordship, Justice Peter Chivute, Chief Justice of the Republic of Namibia and Chairperson of the Southern and East African Chief Justice Forum, Your Lordship, Justice Professor Ibrahim Juma, Chief Justice of Tanzania, and I notice the presence of your twin brother, Chief Justice of Zanzibar. He's here with us. Honorable Chief Justice and Deputy Chief Justices here present. Honorable Justices of Supreme Court, Courts of Appeal, and High Courts here present, Honorable former Chief Justices, Honorable Dr. Pindi Hazara Chana, Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, and other ministers and deputy ministers here present, Dean of the Court of Appeal of Tanzania, Honorable Augustine Mwarija, Chairperson of Parliamentary Committees, and other members of Parliament here present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, spouses of the Chief Justices, we thank you for giving them the warmth to be able to conduct their responsibilities. Also in attendance, and I noticed the presence of the chairperson of the African Commission for Human and People's Rights, Professor Alessandro Ole Gabriel, Chief Court Administrator of Tanzania, and the chairperson of Southern and East African Judicial Administrators Association, judicial administrators from partner states here present, representatives of the World Bank and the African Court for Human and People's Rights, Honorable John Mongela, Regional Commissioner of the Arusha Region, and other regional commissioners here present, permanent secretaries and deputy permanent secretaries, representatives of the various collaborating partners, esteemed participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Some few minutes too. First and foremost, I would like to welcome you all to Tanzania, and specifically to this city of Arusha, which is one of the renowned tourist destinations. It is also with great honor and pleasure that I received your invitation to be a keynote speaker to this year's conference and annual meeting of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum. Having noted the theme of your annual conference for this year, which is the role of the national judiciaries in dispute resolution under the African Continental Free Trade Area, application of modern technologies for high efficiency in justice dispensation, I accepted your invitation with a very keen interest. I did so because this theme has come at an appropriate timing and is loaded with significant insights. As you are aware, I'm aware that all of you have gone through, or you are aware of the history on the establishment and the signing of the agreement on the establishing the African Continental Free Trade Area, which was done in March 2018. You are aware of the deposition of ratifications and coming into force of the agreement on 29th April in 2019, and you are aware of the official launch of the African Continental Free Trade Area operational phase on January 2021. So I shouldn't dwell myself in explaining the history because you are all aware of it. I should say that we in Tanzania became the 40th country in Africa to deposit the instrument of ratification. So we are full member of the African Continental Free Trade Area. Honorable Chief Justices and invited guests, with such development, it is now a proven fact that the African Continental Free Trade Area is no longer a dream, but a reality. It has brought together 55 member countries of the African Union and 8 regional economic communities to form a single continental market, this being the world's largest free trade area with a population of about 1.3 billion people and a collective GDP of approximately 3.4 trillion US dollar. This single African market has become a major fertile ground laden with vast economic opportunities for our people. If properly exploited, to the potential to unlock and support robust intra-African trade and investment initiatives, remove barriers to entry and expand our private sector's prospects of a wider intra-African market access, thereby deepening our African continental integration agenda. It is also an avenue for stronger business partnership, improved entrepreneurial spirit, and motivation for our small and medium entrepreneurs, which can access a variety of products through intra-trade arrangements as well as favorable transfers of technology. It is for such reasons, among others, the African Continental Free Trade Area was designated as one of the flagship programs of Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. Honorable Chief Justices, success of such a flagship project cannot be effectively attained without due recognition of the place and the facilitative role played by our national judiciaries in resolving domestic as well as cross-border business-related disputes. As part of key institutions within our countries, national judiciaries have been the founding or the foundation of sustainable peace, tranquility, stability, and unity. All these being the prerequisite factors conducive for effective implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Protocol, which is intended to improve economic well-being of our countries through increased private sector cross-border and intra-border trade, business, and investment. Of recent, this noble role played by our national judiciaries has received much impetus through the application of modern technologies. As it shall be demonstrated in the course of your discussion, we in Tanzania, for instance, have learnt our lessons regarding the necessity to employ modern technologies in facilitating dispute resolution, especially during the challenging times. Honorable Chief Justices and invited guests, it is a fact that the COVID-19 pandemic did bring vital lessons to our nations and institutions. By then, you couldn't have these sort of meetings, but you couldn't stop carrying on with your responsibilities. And one such lesson is the necessity to re-engineer the internal modus operandi by crafting homegrown technological solutions to facilitate continued provision and delivery of essential services to our people, with or without necessitating a complete shutdown of our economies. So here in Tanzania, we couldn't do any shutdown, but we couldn't stop working. We used the modern technologies in providing the services to the people in various sectors, judiciary being one of them. In Tanzania, one of the areas to which we drew attention at and deployed technological solution to mitigate the negative effects of COVID-19 was the administration of justice to our people. Through the aid of homegrown technological solutions, our judiciary was not only able to maintain access to justice by all who were in need, but was also able to ensure the safety of its staff, and that of court users. Such homegrown innovation helped to facilitate a smooth and rapid adoption of remote hearing of cases of all nature, and has catalyzed our desire to further simplify judicial operation by venturing into more sophisticated technological solutions, such as deployment of artificial intelligence in the dispensation of justice. Encouraging such efforts and other homegrown technology or technology-based solution in our continental context is vital, as it encourages the spirit of entrepreneurship, which is a key driver of economic growth, and it allows young people to participate in the economy, shape innovations, and stimulate job creation, thereby contributing to greater productivity. Honorable Chief Justices, when such kind of homegrown technological solutions are considered within the context of the African Continental Free Trade Area, their outcomes can be visibly foreseen. In the first place, such innovations can easily cross-breed technology or technology transfer within the African Continent Free Trade Area. They can as well be improved by widely adopted within and amongst our nations, either through knowledge sharing and or favorable technology transfer mechanisms, thereby assisting our countries to adequately respond to many other growing needs and challenges confronting our people in not only the area of access to justice, but also in other important domains. While homegrown technological innovations are essential for our continental economic growth, I hasten to state that such innovation cannot be safe without having robust intellectual property or property rights regime to offer adequate protective mechanism to our technological innovations. Such regimes are critical since the continent needs to address many other technology-driven issues on areas such as public health and industrial development. Technological innovations are as well needed so as to address the pertinent issues on African food security and unemployment crisis through enhanced intra-African agribusiness, trade and investment, to mention but a few. In all these areas, there are intellectual property rights related matters to which national judiciaries are also well connected when it comes to resolution and disputes involving such matters. It is also a fact that our continent is not only endowed with rich natural resources, but it is also endowed with potential human capital that needs to be effectively harnessed through improved research and development frameworks. But such frameworks must, as I stated earlier, be well imbued with adequate protection through harmonized intellectual property rights, protection laws and mechanisms, adequate competitive policy frameworks, and effective dispute resolution mechanisms. With adequate intellectual property rights, protection and effective mechanisms to facilitate transfer of technology and resolve trade and commerce-related disputes, our own researchers and young techno-innovators will be assured of enjoyment of their benefits whenever there will be such transfers of technology. In turn, they will contribute to the industrialization of our continent, which is a much-needed agenda, as it will not only transform our economies, add value and promote trade through greater integration into regional or global value chains, but also help to address the issues of unemployment to our young and fast-growing population. It is also, or rather it is with such great idea in mind that several protocols and annexes have been tailored and adopted by the African Union under the African Continental Free Trade Area frameworks to address the pertinent needs of our continent. Such protocols include the Protocol of Trade in Goods, the Protocol on Trade in Service, and the Protocol on Rules and Procedures on the Settlement of Disputes. The three being protocols forming part of Phase 1 development of the African Continental Trade Area. These are in addition to the Protocol on Investment, the Protocol on Competitive Policy, the Protocol on Intellectual Property, the Protocol on Digital Trade, and the Protocol on Women and Youth. It is my hope, therefore, that during your discussion on in this conference, you will have time to examine the entire African Continental Free Trade Area framework for a better understanding of its structures. Honorable Chief Justices, while I need not to be exhaustive about what each and every of such protocols hold for the future of our continent, when they all come into implementation, let me point out one protocol which seems to have a direct linkage in my view with the role played by national judiciaries. This is none other than the Protocol on Dispute Settlement. While I don't intend to preempt your depth discourse regarding the protocol, in my views, the effectiveness of this protocol and the decision that will emanate from its dispute resolution body may have a lot to do with our national judiciaries. I hold such a view because, in my raw thinking, I feel the decisions of dispute resolution body may, for efficacy purposes, need to be fully backed up by other enforcement mechanisms at the national levels. I'm confident that your conference will give more insights to such raw thinking of mine, this being a gathering of distinguished judicial luminaries. It is also my strong belief that as prominent legal minds of this region or regional economic bloc, you will as well set aside some minutes in your discussion to consider how the African Continental Free Trade Disputes Resolution Body can deploy modern technologies to efficiently, accessibly, and transparently enhance its role of dispensing interstate trade-related justice so as to deepen the intra-African trade relations. This is taking into account the wealth experience you have garnered over the years in resolving not only domestic related disputes, but also cross-border related ones. Since this conference is also an avenue for sharing experiences, I believe that you will find it a pertinent avenue for discussions regarding how best the nexus between national judiciaries and the African Continental Free Trade Area dispute settlement mechanism can be tailored, shaped, and aligned throughout the continent for the attainment of our great Agenda 2063 vision of the African we want. Finally, Honorable Chief Justices, as you have chosen to hold your annual conference this year in the United Republic of Tanzania, I would like to once again welcome you to enjoy the hospitality offered by Tanzanian people. It is said, and I've heard here this morning from my Lord Chief Justice Ibrahim, that when you want to see Cairo and Cape Town or Dakar and Mauritius at once, just visit Tanzania and climb the Mount Kilimanjaro, the rooftop of Africa. You will see at once, or you will at once have a glimpse of all those areas. But again, it is said, and I hope it is true, that if you want to see where the prophet Noah's ark emptied the surviving animals after the great floods, just visit the Serengeti National Park and the Ngorongoro Crater National Parks. And I'm glad you are going to see what has been poured from Noah's ark to the crater down there. But you may as well be in need of a fragrant and tranquil breeze to soothe your mind after a long discussion in this conference. You can as well enjoy such refreshing moments in Zanzibar Islands, where a night's fragrant breeze and romantic spiced atmosphere is able to refresh your entire mind and soul for a better tomorrow. So I hope you will have some time to visit one of such places for your fond memories of Tanzania. On that note, I wish you a successful and productive conference, and may God bless Africa, God bless Tanzania, and all who have attended this meeting. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
As you stand up, please put up a great round of applause once again. May I ask you to put again one great round of applause, please. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, kindly allow me to invite the Honorable Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, the Chief Justice of South Africa, for the vote of thanks. My Lord, you are most welcome.
Your Excellency, Dr. Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Professor Ibrahim Juma, Chief Justice of the Republic of Tanzania, Chief Justice Peter Shivute, Chief Justice of the Republic of Namibia, fellow Chief Justices from various countries in the jurisdiction of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum, Your Excellencies, ambassadors present here, judges of the constitutional courts and Supreme Courts in our region, our countries, judges of courts of appeal in our countries, and other judges present here, ministers who are attending from Tanzania and elsewhere, officials from various judiciaries, the Secretariat of the Southern and Eastern African Judicial Chief Justices Forum, and all those who have taken trouble to attend this very important conference. Program Director, allow me to first express my appreciation and gratitude to the leadership of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum for ensuring that we have this very important gathering. Allow me also to express my appreciation and gratitude to the Chief Justice of Tanzania and the entire judiciary of Tanzania for hosting this very important conference. Of course, nothing could happen unless the government of Tanzania also approved. We are indebted to all of them for this important conference. And when I express, as I do, my gratitude and my appreciation, I do so on behalf of my colleagues back at home, the judiciary of South Africa, and wish to say that I'm not alone here. There are other judges from South Africa who are very happy to be here and who will be taking part in this conference. We are extremely excited to be part of this very important gathering. Program Director, I've been asked to pass a vote of thanks, and I shall do so very briefly. Firstly, I want to thank Mr. John Mungela, the Regional Commissioner, for his words of welcome when he welcomed all of us to Arusha. I also wish to say thank you to the Chief Justice of Tanzania for his words of welcome that he gave this morning and his remarks, and for making us feel that we are at home here. In his remarks, I mentioned one or two issues he referred to. He referred to various meetings under the auspices of the Southern and Eastern African Chief Justices Forum over the past few years, and referred to the topics that have been discussed at those conferences. And when one hears the topics that were discussed at those conferences, what is quite clear is that the Southern and Eastern Chief Justices Forum is an organization that seeks to make sure that the judiciaries of our countries are not left behind in terms of issues that are important to the various countries and to Africa. That is why even in this conference, the topic, the theme of this conference relates to the dispute resolution role that the judiciaries, national judiciaries, must play in the disputes that will come or arise from the ACFTA. He told us also about how Tanzania dealt with the situation during COVID-19. He told us about the topic that was discussed in Mozambique last year. And all of those topics, as I've said, indicate that the judiciaries of our countries and the leadership of the forum seeks to make sure that the judiciaries move with times. Thank you very much, Chief Justice, for your remarks. We then had the chairperson of the Southern and Eastern Chief Justices Forum, Chief Justice Peter Shivute, Chief Justice of Namibia, who also made his remarks. And in doing so, asked us to go back to the establishment of this forum in South Africa in December 2003. He reminded us of why it was established, namely the promotion of the rule of law, constitutionalism, and the protection, promotion, and defense of the independence of the judiciary. Those are some of the important objectives that this forum seeks to pursue. He thanked various sectors of those who have played a role in making sure that this conference takes place. Chief Justice, thank you very much. Of course, our keynote speaker, the President of the Republic of Tanzania. We are humbled and we are very grateful that she agreed to come and give the keynote address at this conference. It shows that issues of justice, issues affecting the judiciary, are close to her heart. It shows that she appreciates the important role that the judiciary must play in every country in order for there to be peace and stability, without which development is very difficult. Her address to us was very instructive. She referred to the theme of this conference, and it was quite clear as she went on with her speech that she appreciated the theme of the conference. And the entire speech revolved around the theme of the conference. She reminded us that the ACFTA is no longer a dream, but a reality. She talked about the role of the judiciaries in dispute settlement under the ACFTA. Although she didn't say so because she didn't want to preempt what you will be discussing, I have no doubt that she is aware and she would love this part of the dispute settlement under the ACFTA, namely that there is an important role for allowing parties or disputants to speak and try and resolve issues before they go to litigation. And the fact that the framework ensures that at any time disputants can agree to go to mediation to try and have matters resolved. Those aspects of the dispute resolution mirror a lot of what Africans know when they need to resolve disputes, whether it's in a family or it's in a community. Those are important aspects. She dealt with the protection of patents and other rights that will come with technology. There can be no doubt that Tanzania is determined to go very far in making use of IT in dispute resolution, because they have here, as the head of state, a president who no doubt is very passionate that the judiciary in Tanzania must move ahead and embrace technology. Indeed, we were told that during the years of COVID, Tanzania did not have a complete shutdown. Well, we in South Africa did have a complete shutdown. But she has told us that the courts continued to operate using technology. During our complete shutdown in South Africa, we also did have remote hearings. But it is quite clear that the judiciary of South Africa has full support of Tanzania, has full support of the president in moving forward to embrace technology in facilitating dispute resolution and ensuring that there is proper access to justice. Your Excellency, we thank you for your address. Thank you.
Thank you, my Lord Justice Raymond Zondo. Your Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, kindly allow us to conduct a short photo session. We shall begin the first photo of the sitting and the retired Chief Justice present. And we will take this side where I am here to the stage, and then leave with the other side there. May I kindly invite the spouses of the sitting and the retired Chief Justices kindly proceed on the stage. That will be the first one. And the second one will be the Justice of the Supreme Court present. Kindly, the spouses, spouses of the Chief Justice, sitting and retired, kindly proceed on the high table. That will be the first one. The second one will be the Justice of the Supreme Court present, the Court of Appeal from all jurisdictions. Kindly stand up and proceed on the high table through this side as well. The Justice of the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal from all jurisdictions present, kindly stand up and proceed on the stage. My Lords, the Justice of the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, from all jurisdictions, kindly proceed on the stage. Thank you, Madam Spouses. You may now proceed on the stage, my Lords. A third photo will be for the High Court from all jurisdictions. High Court from all jurisdictions, please. Next is our photo. This is for the Supreme Court of Justice of the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal from all jurisdictions. Yes. My Lord Judges from the High Court of all jurisdictions, kindly proceed. We thank you, the Justice of the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. Now the High Court judges will now proceed to take the photo together with the Principal Judge of the United Republic of Tanzania. The third one, members of diplomatic corps present, and the Justice of the East African Court of Justice. That will take the next photo after the High Court judges. The next photo will be members of the diplomatic corps present, judges or justices of the East African Court of Justice, including the president. That will be the next one. That's the photo for the High Court judges. Thank you, my Lord, the judges of the High Court. Thank you. You may take the other stage. Yetu may skip. Yetu may skip. The President of East Africa and the judges of the East African Court of Justice present. The last one, SAG members, administrators composing the SAG members. SIJA, members of SIJAs from SAGEF. Kindly proceed and take the last photo. Your Excellency, thank you very much for tolerating us. We appreciate it. We are now, thank you for opening the conference. We have reached the end. Now permit us to allow you to proceed with the other timetable ahead of you. Kindly the brass band, please. Thank you very much. Can we put a round of applause to the President as she leaves? Brass band, please.